Hello everyone, welcome to today's class, and today's title is Hot Rodent Mania. Let's look at language focus. 1번. From the look of the guy's face, it was obvious that he did not appreciate this. Okay, now we are looking at not appreciate something. So we use not appreciate to express that somebody is angry or upset about something. Okay, so not appreciate, 누가 뭔가에 화가 났거나 속상했을 때 쓰이는 표현이다. So when we're not happy or we're angry or upset about something. So an example sentence would be I don't appreciate people asking questions about my personal life. 저는 사람들이 제 사생활에 대해 물어보는 것이 마음에 들지 않습니다. So, yes, some people, especially in Korea, don't like it when you ask about their personal life. And also, the next example is sort of a racist example. Chinese people probably won't appreciate it if you bow and say konnichiwa to them. 중국 사람한테 고개 숙이며 konnichiwa라고 하면 아마 불쾌할 것입니다. Yes, because obviously konnichiwa is Japanese, and Chinese people would be very upset about that. I think anyone who is not Japanese would be pretty upset about that. So do not do that, even if you're Asian. Okay, moving on to 2번 now. Still, the point was clear. It's generally not a good idea to tell your human friends that they look like a non-human primate. So, as you can see, I've highlighted it's generally not a great idea. Now, we use this to advise against something. This is to understand form, or it's a bad idea, or it's not a good idea. The word generally is optional, but it makes it even more understated. Okay, so it's generally not a good idea. 무언가에 대해 조언해 줄 때 쓰이는 표현이다. 일반적으로 좋은 생각이 아니다. It's a bad idea 또는 it's not a good idea או 축소 표현이다. Generally는 선택적이지만 쓰임으로써 더 축소시켜준다. Okay. So if you look at our examples here, it's generally not a good idea to drink on your lunch break. 점심시간에 술을 마시는 것은 일반적으로 좋은 생각 아닙니다. Yes. When we say the word drink, we usually often refer to drinking alcohol. Like if it's just drink alone. Like if you say drink water, it's different. Drink coffee, blah, blah, blah. But in this situation, you notice how they don't have any like object to drink, right? It's just to drink on your lunch break. So we assume that they're talking about alcohol. It's generally not a great idea to stick a fork in a toaster. It's a very bad idea, actually. 일반적으로 토스터기에 포크를 꽂는 것은 좋은 생각이 아닙니다. It's definitely not a good idea to stick a fork in a toaster because you could kill yourself. All right, now let's look at the language focus quiz. 1번. I don't appreciate it when people. So if you scroll back up, I do not appreciate it. Remember, not appreciate, 누가 무언가에 화가 났거나 속상했을 때 쓰이는 표현이다. So I don't appreciate it when people, let's see, what don't I appreciate when people do? Cut in line, which is true. 저는 사람들이 새치기하는 것을 싫어합니다. Okay, people in my country probably won't appreciate it if you let's see, slurp your food. 우리나라 사람들은 당신이 음식을 훌루룩 소리 내면서 먹는 것을 아마 싫어할 것 같아요. In Korea, it's normal. In other countries, not so much. It's generally not a good idea to ask people. It's generally not. Remember, it's generally not a good idea to advise against something. So 뭔가에 대해 조언 줄 수 있는 편이다. 일반적으로 좋은 생각 아니다. So it's generally not a good idea to ask people maybe about their weight. 일반적으로 상대방 체중에 대해 물어보는 것은 좋은 생각이 아닙니다. And it's generally not a good idea to eat junk food late at night. 일반적으로 늦은 밤에 정크푸드 먹는 것은 좋은 생각이 아닙니다. But sometimes a midnight snack is delicious. Alright, now let's look at the further discussion. 1번. Do you know of any popular idioms, proverbs that use rats, monkeys, or other rodents and primates, 쥐, 원숭이 또는 다른 설치류와 영장류를 사용하는 다른 관용구, 속담 등을 알고 계신가요? Popular idioms or proverbs. There should be plenty because rats and monkeys are usually used in a lot of proverbs. But I can't think of one right at the moment. Let's look at this in real time and see if I can find, let's say, proverbs with rats. What is an idiom about rat? Okay, so I haven't heard this one before, but it says here, the idiom, like rats fleeing a sinking ship, is used in reference to people abandoning an enterprise once it seems likely to fail. Okay, so in that situation, think about like in the olden days, very old days, long time ago when people were traveling by ship, a lot of rats would somehow get onto the ship. And when the ship would sink, the rats would jump out. This is the same meaning as if employees abandon or quit a company that is failing. That's sort of the similarity there. But I'm sure there are plenty others. 2번. Some people say that women are unfairly pressured to conform to a very narrow definition of attractiveness, whereas men get recognized as looking good even if they are imperfect way. The hot rodent look and dad bod. Why is this? 일부 사람들은 여성은 매우 좁은 기준의 매력에 맞춰야 한다는 불공정한 억압을 받는 반면 남성은 완벽하지 않더라도 멋지게 인정받는 경우가 많다고 합니다. I don't know if I completely agree with this. I don't think so, in my opinion. I think that women hold themselves up to a certain standard of not all women, but many women, they hold themselves to a certain standard in comparison to other women. I really don't think, well, in my point of view, I don't look at women and define their attractiveness in a very narrow definition. Maybe I'm just different to other men, but I thought that many women didn't like the hot rodent look or the dad bod. To be honest with you, beauty is subjective, so I don't think it really matters what you look like. So I don't technically agree with this. I think it's more attractiveness is subjective, and though some people have let's say there are people out there that are very, very attractive and people recognize that, but I think they're freaks, basically. In my opinion, they're how can I say, genetic freaks because they look so good. However, yeah, I don't agree with this statement at all. Anyway, that wraps it up for today, and I'll see you on the next class.
Primate.
Primate.
Poor form.
Perform.
Rodent.
Rodent.
Protruding.
Protruding.
Work out.
Work out.
Look like something the cat brought in.
Look like something the cat brought in.